Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the He Lives podcast. I'm Alistair McLean, and in each episode, I channel the wisdom of spirit animals. Each animal is an avatar and archetype of human consciousness, each performing a unique role in our healing and ascension. I invite you to listen with an open heart and let nature's messengers stir the ancient remembrance codes of DNA awakening within you. Each time I channel an animal, I ask it what its ascension gifts are for embodiment, because they make up part of our DNA. And when we activate that DNA, we unlock those gifts. It's an exceptional process, and the gifts of the rhinoceros are truly magical. When I talk about some of these gifts, they may sound trivial or minor, but when they come through after the healing, they are profound on a spiritual level. And where I have worked with these animals, it's as if I could shrink myself down to the atomic level to see how they affect my DNA and completely transform who I am on a spiritual plane. And when we integrate this, this starts to embody within us and starts to transform us in real time. So I welcome you now to listen to my message channeled from the rhino. Welcome. He lives straight from the heart. The rhino is the silver bullet fired by your soul to get straight to the point of love, opening your heart without needless suffering, because rhino people get to the point. They have no time for obstacles, and that is what the rhino is about, overcoming obstacles. It is the unstoppable juggernaut of love. Nothing can stand in its way once it has momentum. It is like a charged bullet of light that pierces through all the realms. The rhino is built like a tank, and that dense muscle carries the momentum further and deeper as an unstoppable force. When you wish to succeed, when you have a goal in life, you have to keep stepping towards it. Through all the fear, you have to keep moving forward, because that is how you will overcome your fear. It's about feeling the obstacle and smashing it, and therein lies your success. And you will be proud of yourself, because despite it all, you will have done it. But you must take action. For the rhino doesn't break obstacles by standing still. He runs forward with full force and smashes head on into them. Thus, your medicine. Rhinos like to charge because they take charge of their life and make things happen. It is an animal of a radical action. He gives his body to life force. He summons the energy to break through, not only for himself, but his family. They are tribal. One day you may even say to yourself, oh my goodness, I really enjoy taking action. I can't believe that I was so ignorant as to think I would get what I was looking for by standing still. And when you do achieve success, the rhino will help you blow your own horn, the horn of success. So with every animal, I split them into the gifts and the distortions to help us understand ourselves through this archetype. So the first gift in the light that comes up for the rhino is illumination. The rhino carries a light on the tip of its horn, a light so bright it burns through anything it touches. It is also a guiding light. It is the mighty soldier, the forerunner that goes head first into action, carrying its light right at the front because it knows it's going to win. It doesn't question its force or its ability because it's always going to break through. It's a tribal guardian, a leader, a warrior, a force to be reckoned with. It cannot be stopped once it begins to move towards its target, so you best move out the way once it is unleashed. The full force of this mighty soldier is unlike anything I have ever seen, smashing through illusions to reveal the light hidden in plain sight. The rhino is the silver bullet that pierces the veil of consciousness and illusions to show you what is truly available. The deep gift, or the dark gift, the pure dark gift of the rhino is sensual justice. So this is linked to smell. The hidden gift of the rhino is that it cannot be swayed by illusions because it doesn't see through its eyes, so it can't fall for illusions. It sees everything with smell. This is also known as clairsalience. This is a gift that I experienced myself. It's a gift of sight through your smell. Its sense of smell is acute, and this allows a rhino to see what others cannot. A rhino person can open doors and smash through hurdles as if they were never there in the first place. So this allows people to see through illusions, through their senses. This can show as genius, physical prowess, or as someone who achieves great success, for a rhino does not take no as an answer. With this powerful gift of clairsalience, all the central senses of the body are activated, and the rhino is able to feel its surroundings in complete love and safety, protected by the thick hide of their armored skin. Now, this thing around silver as well, the silver bullet and the silver horn, the name of rhinoceros, the translation of the word rhinoceros from Greek to English means nose horn. And so we could say that that's the silver nose, and throughout history that's represented in stories and movies and expressions of art and poems. And the silver has a very spiritual, strong spiritual representation of protection, but also a connection between physical and spiritual worlds. And the silver nose is to do with survival, endurance, and wisdom gained through hardship. And silver itself often symbolizes the moon, reflection, and truth. So placing it on the nose, the center of perception, is very intentional, and we'll go more into that later. So I wanted to talk now about the distortions. So for each animal, I always talk about the light and dark distortions because they help us translate where the gift is being hidden so that it can be healed and uncovered through the healing process of shamanism. Light distortions are like broken mirrors where people hide in the light to pretend to seem holy, but they're still hiding something. Light distortions tend to be more feminine, and dark distortions tend to be more masculine, where the masculine hides in the dark. So the light distortion for the rhino is overstepping. The light distortion of overstepping is to do with overstepping boundaries or being blunt. So in reality, rhinos are hunted for their horns as an aphrodisiac, a dark sabotage against the gift of this animal. This translates to human behavior when a man's life force is sexualized from child to adult because his purity of sexuality is stolen through the manipulation or stealing of his innocence. And this can be a really seriously dark distortion, as all of them are in some way. This distortion can, example, translate into rape, and rape can steal a person's sexual innocence, which leads to sexualization from being sexualized, and boundaries are both broken. This leaves the person without their innocence, and they become blunt, rude, and uncaring because their light has been stolen, because they've given up on life, which leads to the dark distortion, which is delinquency. So the dark distortion of the rhino is asking the question of life, what is the point? Again, getting to the point of the rhino. And without that point, the delinquent is the person that gives up on life and turns away from responsibility because of what has been taken from them. Each time a dream is taken away, a person loses hope without their light at the forefront. And when I channel the rhino, you'll understand what that means. The antidote is knowing it is right in front of you. It's the focus of your goals, your purpose, and what you wish to create in life. Our past tries to shape our future, but when we heal our past, we come into the present, because we cannot be present if we are living in the past. And we are able to create a new future. The rhino helps us achieve that success by smashing through the boundaries and illusions that are created by society, our caregivers, education, and so much more. The rhino is the silver bullet of awakening. In folklore, silver is famously associated with protection against supernatural threats such as shapeshifters or corrupted beings, like, for example, werewolves and vampires. Symbolically, this represents purity, overcoming corruption, and light confronting darkness, just like the behavior of the rhino. But why is silver so powerful? Well, because it's a reflective mirror. It's like the mirror of awakening, because out of all the metals in existence, silver has the highest reflection rate. I think it reflects 95% of all light. And so it's this mirror that shows you who you truly are. And in that mirror, you will find your greatness, your light. And that is what every human being is afraid of, their greatness, because we've all been programmed and brainwashed into believing that we should ignore and run away from our light due to toxic shame avoidance and so many other coping mechanisms. So the rhino is saying, break through the illusion, accept your greatness, because now is the time for your awakening. Now I speak the channeling that I received from the rhino. I welcome my ancestors as I welcome this giant spirit of the great silver warrior, the forerunner, the unstoppable Juggernaut. There are many ways to describe the gift of the rhino, but none speak louder than the story of love that speaks within. When you are a rhino man or woman, you are speaking truth for those who do not have the courage. You are stepping forward for those who cannot walk, and you are fighting for those who are not strong enough to stand. Take courage in your steps, knowing you are a true warrior of justice. Live proud and walk proud with your head high in honor of yourself. Let your pride take you forward. Let the force of your own human nature, the love of life itself, propel you forward like an unstoppable bullet that kills the werewolf of unconsciousness, the vampire of denial, the silver bullet that heals all wounds and lifts the veil of illusions. Shine bright like a diamond. The earth shatters with your every footstep as you step towards your goal, your life, your destiny as the awakened one. You are the immovable mountain that moves mountains with your light. You are unstoppable. There is no such thing as stopping in the face of fear, because fear is the illusion that we smash together. My light shines bright within you. It is at the forefront of my being, and with my light held high and proud, I not only overcome all my obstacles, but I stand proud as a warrior for all to see. I stand knowing I am doing it for everyone, as I smash down each veil of illusion and fear. My goal is to take you beyond your imagining, beyond logic, beyond darkness and the void, because I am the silver bullet of light that carves a new path where there are only false obstacles. You are the magical being of light that stands in his own light as a force of nature to be reckoned with. You are the magnificence of humanity who brandishes their light for all to see, leading the way out of the darkness and into the new fields of consciousness that await humanity. The veil is thin now, and all those who live in fear will be exposed to a new way of feeling, a new way of being, but you will achieve nothing if you do not take action. Bring action to your life, and life will bring you everything you ever dreamed of. Do not stop at any obstacle. Do not stop at no when you know there is a yes possible. You are the innovator of consciousness, always finding a way through where others would give up. Let your own light guide the way. Do not fall prey to following the light of others when you have your own goals, your own leadership, and a light that pierces through it all. To not turn away from your responsibility. Nobody will take your journey for you. Nobody will make your dreams come true other than you. Live the breath of life and take those steps of momentum forward until you become unstoppable. Not to break boundaries, but limitations. Break through all your limitations, even the ones that say you are inhuman, and live a life like no other. Become the unstoppable warrior of light who stands for justice and charges forward into love. Witness your success as you plow through your limitations, because you are a winner. Stand on the podium and collect your prize as the greatest warrior of all time. You smashed it. Thank you for listening. Please like, subscribe, and share my videos. Get my message out to everyone. And please let me know any in the comments, any thoughts, anything that came up for you. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.